Hey, what's up guys? Today, I'll show you a horror thriller film, Son. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. The film opens with a pregnant woman trying her best to escape from a certain place. The woman momentarily stops at a diner, but she is compelled to leave again when two men enter the area and intently look at her. While she is driving, she is already in labor. Because the pain is unbearable, she has to stop on an empty field to give birth to her child. The woman screams in agony, denying the existence of the child she's carrying. But when her child is finally out of her womb, the expression on her face visibly changes into gratefulness. Already, we can see here the mystery of the film. The woman seems to evade a particular group of people, which includes the two persons from earlier. She also hates the child she's carrying, which is odd unless it's connected to those people she's trying to escape. The film then jumps to 8 years later. The woman and her son are already living a content life in a small town. One day, the mother asks her neighbor to pick up her son after school because she has something to do later. Then they enter their car and leave. After dropping off her son at school, the mother heads to a kindergarten school to teach other children. She is going to be late because she also has her night class to attend about the topic of trauma. Afterwards, she heads home to pick up her son from her neighbor's house. That night, after putting her son to bed, the mother feels a presence that she mistook for her son. At first, she implores her son to sleep with her because she thinks her son is scared. But when her son does not reply, the mother approaches her son's room, only to find a crowd of people by the side of her son's bed. After the door closes, the mother screams for help, even telling her neighbor to call the police. When she returns to her son's room, she finds him lying alone in the middle of the bed with his clothes removed. In the next scene, two detectives ask the mother about what happened earlier. While the detective believes in the mother's statement, his partner does not believe her, thinking that she might just be sleepwalking. Because of this, the detective dismisses his partner so that he can talk with her one-on-one. He then reassures the mother that he believes in what she is saying. Later that day, the mother enters her son's room to ask if he can remember removing his clothes, and the son answers that he might have done so. The next day, the mother talks to the detective about what her son said last night, but she still firmly holds her belief that those people surrounding her son that night were actually real. Later that night, the mother wakes up from a recurring flashback, followed by a sinister and realistic dream. The son tells his mother that he feels sick. The mother then hears strange sounds from outside. While going downstairs, she sees a group of shadows by the door, prompting her to call the detective immediately. While the mother and the detective are talking about what is happening, the son sickly comes out to inform his mother that he does not feel good. He then vomits blood in front of them. In the next scene, his son is treated in the hospital, with the mother and the detective looking from outside. With his clothes removed to reveal red spots around his body, the son starts shaking and twisting his body like a madman. Afterward, the mother and the detective enter the doctor's office to hear about the son's possible disease. The doctor grimly informs them that his disease is unknown, and that the mother should prepare for the worst regarding her son's health. The mother cannot help but be stunned by what she has heard. The scene then jumps to the mother sitting beside her unconscious son, apologizing to him for what is happening to his health and being powerless about the situation. After this, the mother falls asleep beside her son. Waking up again from a recurring flashback, she finds blood oozing from her son's mouth. She screams for the doctor, who comes into the scene very soon. However, after a short while, the son miraculously recovers back to normal, as if nothing deadly has happened to him. In the next scene, the mother, the son, and the detective eat together inside a diner. Her son goes to the bathroom, and the mother tells the detective that they are planning to move to another place. But the detective insists they should stay, which the mother accepts. A while later, the son returns to their table, telling his mother that they should leave because he is not hungry. Afterward, the mother puts her son on the bed. Downstairs, the mother thanks the detective for his help and continuous support, but she wants him to stay because she is so scared. She then steals a kiss from the detective, and the detective passionately returns it. However, the tongue massage comes to a stop when they hear the son screaming upstairs. Immediately, the mother rushes to her son's room to find him convulsing on the bed. Because of that, they have to return to the hospital, where the mother angrily asks the doctor about her child's condition. Soon after, while sitting outside of her son's room, the mother reveals to the detective about her past. According to her, she was raised in a cult. She escaped the cult 8 years ago, and now she is pretty sure that the people she found in her son's room from an earlier scene were those same people from the cult. She then enters her son's room and sleeps once again by his side. Here we get to know that the mother is actually a cult member in the past, and that her son might actually be a result of her participation there. After another much more detailed flashback, the mother wakes up and hears indistinct voices from outside the room. She then learns that the doctors and nurses there are planning to kidnap her son when she falls asleep. Because of this, she has no choice but to carry her son despite his ailment. After momentarily hiding in the adjacent room, the mother and son escape the hospital. They then head to their neighbor's house, where the mother says that she will gather their things and leave immediately. The neighbor reluctantly accepts to do so despite her protest. While gathering their things from her house, the mother calls the detective, telling him that everyone is suspicious and they should meet at a specific location. She then returns to her neighbor's house, but she sees the shocking sight of her son eating the neighbor's stomach. Because of this, she has to wash the blood off of her son's body. Later, she briefly puts her son to sleep, then covers her neighbor's body and writes he is coming on the house wall using her neighbor's blood. They then leave the town in a car. The detective attempts to contact the mother, but she throws her phone outside the window. They then stop at a motel to rest for the night. The following day, she wakes up to find her son watching the local news about their disappearance, a sign telling them that they have to leave immediately. Instead of taking their car, the mother cleverly takes another car to use. While this is happening, the detective visits the scene of the brutal murder earlier. In the next scene, the mother drives toward an old friend to learn about her past. Meanwhile, the detective's partner shows the detective a folder of newspaper clippings that details the mother's horrible past in the cult, including her father's inappropriate relationship with her and her subsequent stay in a mental institution. The partner then asks the detective if he is in a close relationship with the mother, but the detective denies this. Afterward, the mother and son arrive at a disheveled house that sits in the middle of nowhere. There, the mother greets an old lady who quickly recognizes her. After getting inside, the mother asks the old lady about the whereabouts of her childhood friend. Meanwhile, the detective visits the mental institution that once housed the mother. He then asks about the mother's former psychiatrist. The mother immediately heads to her childhood friend's home. They see a visibly addicted man there, and the mother quickly recognizes him as her childhood friend. Inside the house, the mother asks her friend about what happened in the past. The childhood friend tells her that her supposed inappropriate relationship with her father is a false memory. She is actually having a relationship with a demon that she summons at her father's demands. Right then, the son enters the scene to inform his mother that he is getting sick again. While this is happening, the detective is having an interview with the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist tells the detective that there was no cult and it was entirely the mother's fantasy. Here we see two conflicting stories about the mother's past. However, with all the strange things happening to her child, it seems that her childhood friend's story is more credible despite being supernatural, and that the child is actually the son of a demon. The detective immediately heads for the childhood friend's house upon the information he received from his partner. However, his partner tells him that they should go there together, which means they will get there by the following day. When the mother finishes her talk with the childhood friend, she takes her son to check in another motel where she lets her son rest on the bed. After another detailed flashback, the mother wakes up, only to find her son writhing in pain. The son is screaming for food, compelling the distraught mother to hide in the bathroom from her son's scream. Later, the mother runs outside to her car where she screams in frustration. She tries recollecting the chant she used to say to summon the demon, but this gets interrupted by a scene of a pimp punishing a woman. Then the film jumps to the mother drinking a bottle of alcohol before going outside to talk to the pimp. She invites the pimp to join a hormone game with her inside her room. The pimp eagerly accepted her free offer. Inside her room, the mother leads the pimp to the bathroom. She asks the pimp to remove all of his clothes before removing her own clothes. The pimp follows. While she is slowly undressing, her rabid son crawls toward the pimp. The son then attacks the pimp, with the mother running outside the room in terror. She then falls asleep by the door and is awakened later by her son, who thanks her. Afterward, the son asks his mother to do something fun later, but the mother is busy dealing with the mangled remains of the pimp. They later drive away to the side of a church, and there the mother leaves the remains and again paints the sentence "he is coming," using the pimp's blood. The following day, the detective and his partner arrive at the childhood friend's house. There they see the childhood friend dead, with sticks inserted upon his mouth. The partner informs the detective that they tracked down the mother and son in a nearby motel using her credit card. Meanwhile, the mother and son wake up in their bed, with the son telling her that he had a strange yet wonderful dream about the world's destruction. The mother then tells her son about his sickness, informing him that his disease might happen again and that she cannot do anything about it. She becomes emotional, but she soon tells her son that they will have fun later at a nearby carnival. Meanwhile, the detective and other police officers find the remains of the pimp beside a church. The partner tells the detective that the killings are made by the mother. In the next scene, the mother and son enjoy their brief carnival trip, which however gets stopped when the son injures himself. They then retreat to their motel room, where the son screams in agony. Just then, 3 unknown figures enter the room. The mother fires at the figures in the dark, using the gun she took from the pimp as a safety measure. When she opens the lights, it is revealed that the men are actually police officers, with one of them being the detective's partner. The mother apologizes and tries to help the partner, but the partner dies in her arms. Because of this, the mother takes her son and carries him out of the motel room. She then calls the detective to apologize for killing his partner, telling him that she will go back to where it all started. She then hangs up. In the next scene, she returns to the deserted cult house. She then heads straight to her former bedroom with her son. Armed with a knife, she calls out the demon from the chant she used to utter for it. She tells the demon that it has to cure their son, or else she will kill her son. At first, the demon does not appear, forcing the mother to utter the chant repeatedly. Finally, the demon appears in the background, but the mother does not see it. However, she later feels its presence approaching them. But this gets abruptly interrupted when the detective and another police officer enter the room. The mother screams in frustration toward the detective, telling them that she has no choice now but to kill her son, because the demon has disappeared. The detective tries talking her out of it, but the mother remains committed. Out of desperation, she initiates to stab her son, but the detective kills her before she does. In the next scene, the son is now confined in the hospital with the detective sitting beside him. When the nurse leaves the room, the detective cuts off a piece of flesh from his arm and feeds the child. It is then revealed that the detective is the one that killed the childhood friend to hide the identity of the son. He then tells the son he will never be alone again. The film ends with the demonic father appearing in the room, with the son happily embracing it. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Stay safe and enjoy your day.